So I've wanted to create an art journaling workshop since like forever. And especially with my lifestyle now being a caregiver, it made it even more difficult to try and plan. But in an effort to be brave, getting to a point in my caregiver position, uh, feeling a sense of I could leave the house. I found a woman's group. I went to the woman's group and I made a new friend with an artist. Her name is Nathalie, and she has this fabulous place in Mount Pocono called the Art House. And I got to go and explore and have fun in all the different rooms in her art house. And in getting to know one another, she offered to open her space for me to teach an art journaling workshop. And we were able to share ideas about what the workshop should look like. And I was just in a state of joy just being in the conversation with her about the workshop, whether the workshop came to be or not. But lo and behold, it did. We had 4 participants besides Nathalie and myself, and I think it was just the perfect number and the perfect environment to dip my toes into this new workshop idea. We did come up with a theme, but we were also clear that the participants didn't have to stick to the theme. So what we did was just create an environment for free flowing art journaling. So we created a station in her kitchen area where we laid out ephemera. And I even put out my manual die cutter machine with just very specific die cuts for them. And we had a rubber stamp section where they had a selection of rubber stamps to look at. And then I had this wonderful vision on this long workshop table that we were working on that I created from one end to the other, a rainbow effect of ink pads and inks and markers and scraps of colored paper. And I threw in an old deck of cards because I wanted them not only to have the cards just as ephemera, but also they could use the cards as a scraper if they wanted to scrape paint on the paper. I loved that table the way it looked once all the ephemera was out. As the participants showed up, they shared some concerns and anxieties about not being an artist and not knowing if they could make an art journal. So I spent time in the beginning showing them some fun techniques. And once you introduce them to those Ranger Ink Tim Holtz Distress ink pads and how fun they can just put down a color, let's just spray water on it and show that distress water reactive ink, it kind of got them into the flow of playing. So I introduced them to a few fun techniques that showed them we weren't trying to color in the lines here or paint a beautiful painting or Sistine Chapel or anything. And once they got involved and got into the flow, it got real quiet. But they were totally into it. I enjoyed watching them explore and watching their personality shift from when they first walked in the door from being full of anxiety to then being playful. Like the level of their voice even kind of it got happier and filled with laughter and the pitch changed. So the participants were a little camera shy about sharing their art journals, and I heard the pitch of their voice get kind of serious a little bit, but trust me when I tell you they were having lots of fun. But I want you to hear their walkthroughs. I asked them to share their art journals with me, and they were more than willing. So enjoy what they have to say and share, and let this inspire you to have a free for all day uh, playing with an art journal. All right, talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Well, it was a fun art project, and I really liked using the napkins with all the birds. And I'm a card player, so I had to have a card included. And I love family and friends and memories. In the back page, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a fun day.
Thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, journey. If being good isn't working, try being outrageous. Always practice wellness. Courage. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow. Life is 10% of what happens and 90% of how you react. On the move, 15 miles per hour, my speed. Point of view, different for everyone. And it's all about family. And measures is just a nice solid word. Recognize tallness of spirit when hurt is returned with compassion. And I think you should always be brave.
I love this single. Come back here.
Okay.
Look at the. I love this single dot. What was your favorite part about the whole workshop, you think?
I think finding the stencils that I enjoyed. And also, I'm a kind of a safe person. I didn't use any water. I didn't splatter. It was all pretty much dry because I felt kind of in control.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's where we're at.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
Well, I have to say that at the beginning, I didn't know this was going to be a healing thing for me, but I think it is. I start with, who do you think you are? And we are all broken. That's how the light gets in. Family can break your heart. And I saw a cardinal. And a cardinal is all about family.
Okay.
Pain equals change. Change equals growth. So letting go of anxiety and learning to be joyous
So beautiful.
is important. But a broken heart is a feeling heart. I'm going to allow play.
Look at that squirrel. That squirrel's so
I
cool.
love it. And let in love, light, and joy.
And what was your favorite part of the experience today?
I can't say there was a favorite part.
In other words, you enjoyed the whole
No,
process?
just playing was so much fun.
Thank you.
So much fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
So it was, I think, a journey for me of thinking about a new book and a new chapter, and so a lot about growth and becoming. And I started with imagine what you can become, and the sun. And then this says, oh darling, let's be adventurers. And that felt a little bit like the theme of my life, that I've always been open to new adventures. And this page says, you are worthy, and love you in the backdrop. And then I added a pull-out that says, you are everything.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that so much. I love that you took advantage of the corrugated paper. I love how you folded that so that it was dimensional.
I kept trying it as a circle, and it's like, no, that's not it. And when I sprayed it on top
Oh,
of the other paper, and then I used that as the
perfect.
back here.
I love it.
So I love the dimension. And here I started with, I am not afraid, I was born to do this. And I had used a stamp that was the honeycomb.
Oh, the honeycomb, yeah.
And then picked that up with the paper here as
perfect.
well. And another colored doily. Always believe. And then this says, and so the adventure begins. So we started with adventuring and continue that concept of adventuring. And it says, nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. It is not the easy or convenient life with it which I search, but rather life lived to the edge of all my possibility.
You know what I love too? This was out of a scrapbook page, but this you created,
did.
right? And look how
It just all worked.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was just playing with the different colors and smudges. It makes me think about a beautiful sunset.
oh, definitely.
And then this was from the tea bag I had this afternoon, and it says, "You are equally as beautiful as the universe." I just made it look like a little book
Oh,
inside.
that's so cool.
And here, reaching for the stars, darling. And while I'm reaching, I thought it was important to also think about groundedness. And it says, "We grow in different directions, yet our roots remain as one." And a couple of other tea bags that were spoke to me: "Plant kindness and gather love. From a small seed, a mighty trunk may grow." And then with the flight concept, reaching for the stars and taking flight with brave wings, she flew. And there was something here about this that said, "Wanted, steady woman." I just thought, I mean, that has been a lot of it, right? Kind of we're reaching and striving, but there's something that needs to be rooted and steady to support all that we do. And ended with a quote about, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure."
And that's, you just saw that quote someplace else, right?
I
Took a
did.
picture of
I
it.
had just seen it the other week. We were in Jamaica, and I took a picture of it, and to see it here, it just was really. It said, "That's the one."
And I'm realizing this here probably is when you did this,
That's also true.
right?
Yes. So
And look how you were able to use a scrap to make that halo and put a quote on it. So very
Yes.
cool. Awesome.
Thank you. Thanks, Barbara.
What was your favorite part of the experience?
I think the opportunity to get lost in it.
Cool.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
There's so many times when my head is in a billion different directions, and this just felt like it was just for me, and just time in flow.
Perfect.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
Thank you. Yep. Whenever you're ready.
Okay, so the cover says "Be the Light," and then we have this page, napkin with flowers and the sea sailing,
I love your Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts and a diamond and
Oh,
a spade,
look at that.
threes, you told me,
Uh-huh.
threes, play with abandon, that's a theme going through here. This was a powerful message for me. Baggage claim, not mine, someone else's baggage. I've been carrying other people's baggage a lot. This says "Beautiful Day," lemons.
I love your twine. Was that in mine or was that yours?
That was mine.
That's yours. I love that.
You got this. The sea theme. This is my sort of simplest thing, except that the centerfold is pretty important. Pretty a lot happening here. So there's nothing enlightened about shrinking, so that other people won't feel insecure around you. Be yourself. Take time to play. Little flippy flower there.
Right.
More another Queen of Hearts thing. My initial N. Little bird. Hello. This is simple, but sort of dedication to flowers. All three of these tea bags have messages about plants and how wonderful plants are. I love this see-through orange stuff. That to me is a lotus. This is exploration. I love the iridescence. True beauty. Sort of a sunrise. Little heart here. No regret. On the move. Life now. Be radiant. I got all kinds of things happening here. Little accoutrement. And then the back page is sort of jazzy too. Be the answer, create the world you want, fill your paper with the breathings of your heart, which I like. I love William Wordsworth. And this said, "Oh, happy day," but then that got covered, so now it's just, "Oh, happy." I could have put the day back, but I don't know, it seemed fine. Oh, happy.
Yeah.
So that's that. That's the book. And I'm going to add tassels. Just haven't done it yet.
All right. And what was your favorite part?
Oh, I enjoyed all of it. I really loved... I did love the experience of working with the napkins, and I loved this. I can't pick. I liked it all.
Cool.
It was great. It was a wonderful experience. And I like the way it all came together, and I'm very happy with my book.
Yay. Thank you.
You're welcome.